Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. Coming out soon is the latest issue of the Boise Weekly, and we have Jeanne Huff with us to give us the inside scoop on what you get to read within all those papers. Jeanne, you look adorable as always.
Oh, go on.
Stop. All right, so Jeanne, there's some super exciting news coming out about the Boise Weekly. So fill us in, because people will be able to find it in a different way, right?
Well, actually, they'll be able to find it easier.
I like that.
And so we're going to be going back to how Boise Weekly used to be published, which was as a tab out on the newsstands every week, free to pick up at so many places. And so we're going to be going back to that and even increasing some of those places. So we're increasing our distribution, we're increasing our circulation, and it's very exciting. And we're going back to a tab. We will no longer be inside of the Idaho Press.
All right. So if people want it, oh, I'm sorry. Please continue.
Yep.
Tell me more.
No, starting the first week of December. So it's not too far away.
Okay, great. So starting the first week of December, then we're able to locate it then on stands.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Okay, great. Okay, now what's inside of the Boise Weekly for this week?
Well, we've got a lot of stuff inside Boise Weekly this week. You know, next week is Thanksgiving. And one of the things that happens at Thanksgiving that is a tradition for so many people here in the Treasure Valley is going to Winter Garden Aglow. And so we talked with one of the event managers at Winter Garden Aglow about this week's Gingerbread Village. And so it's going to be spectacular, 600,000 twinkly lights. They've been putting up since September. Can you believe that?
My goodness. That's a lot of lights, Jeanne. Yes, and then
really is.
I love Winter Garden Aglow, and we try to make it a tradition as well in our family. It's just, and I like the fact how they change the themes, and then the elevation too, as you climb up the Botanical Gardens, and then you can see over the city as well, and then the entire garden with all the lights. It's just, it screams holiday card. It's just so beautiful.
It's enchanting.
That's a good way to put it.
This year they have a new snow globe bar.
Oh.
So there's going to be cocktails for, you know, the adults that go.
I like that. Another way to stay warm and fuzzy while you're out taking in the lights. That's fun. Okay, and then there's also a new experience on the Grove. Tell us about that.
That's also going to be opening up next week, I believe, with the lighting of the downtown Boise Christmas tree. And it is Glide on Grove. It is going to be an ice rink that's iceless. So it has some sort of other material that makes it so that you can skate on it. And it's going to be free and open to the public next week.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that it was iceless, but it is still a skate rink. I'm going to be checking that out. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Tell us about the latest movie that we need to watch.
The latest movie is called Next Goal Wins.
Okay.
And it's a Taika Waititi film, and it's what George says is it's hilarious. So it's a funny film. I can't wait for it.
Oh, good. I think we all need a little bit of some cheer and laughter right now, right? And then also, you know, probably before you go to the movie, I'd imagine stopping by the water bar downtown might be a great option.
The Water Bear Bar, yes. And the interesting thing that's going on right now in a lot of downtown establishments and probably throughout the Treasure Valley and maybe the world, I don't know, but there is a proliferation of alcohol-free cocktails that they're creating for, you know, people who maybe I just don't want to drink alcohol tonight, but I want to have something special. And so the Water Bear is really specializing in that. And so we have a story about that.
Oh, wonderful. I, for one, am really interested in that. My husband and I have been on the alcohol-free journey for a bit. So that's going to help us celebrate the holidays and still remain on that path. I appreciate that. I like that. But I have to admit, I do enjoy a glass of wine on occasion, which is also something we can find in the Boise Weekly.
Yes. We have our wine columnist, Catherine House McClaskey, who is chiming in about what wines to pair with your Thanksgiving dinner. And she is an expert on that. And she's also just opening up the House of Wine, which is a new wine shop at 10th and Main.
Oh.
And we talk a little bit about that too.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's super exciting. Good to know, especially for the holiday season coming up. In addition to getting that bottle of wine for Thanksgiving, but possibly a gift down the road. You know, 'tis the season, Jeanne.
It is. 'Tis the season.
All right. So again, remind everybody, how do they find their copy of the Boise Weekly?
Well, currently you will find it inside the Idaho Press. And out on newsstands, though, every week starting in December. So that's exciting.
That is super exciting. Jeanne, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And as mentioned, you look adorable as always. Everyone, stick around. We have a lot more to come here on Idaho Today right after the break, including Chef Nikki. She's got your Thanksgiving sides. Stick around.